Hello and welcome to Mathematics with Simon. I'm Simon. Today we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to actually review a YouTube mathematics series. It's by Matthew Macaulay, who's an associate professor at Clemson University. It's called Visual Group Theory and it's absolutely excellent. I mean, I would love to do my own group theory course. If I do, it will be inspired by this. I would love it to be as good as this. It's going to be really hard. So it's very well thought through, very well structured, very well presented visually. There's lots of material in here. I mean, we cover groups, we also cover rings, fields, Galois theory, because what this course has made me realise is that groups are a fundamental building block of abstract algebra, probably the most fundamental building block. So, I mean, I did group theory when I was at Cambridge, right? I mean, it's not new to me, but I think the way Professor Macaulay brings it to life with examples visually, you get a much deeper understanding of it and its importance. So, the basic flow is that he starts with an interesting example of a group, which is the Rubik's Cube, and then goes on to Cayley graphs, which are a sort of visual presentation of groups, which is linked to this kind of unique aspect of this course, which is to emphasize the visual aspects of group theory. And Cayley graphs are really useful, not essential, but they really help us understand. We look at groups in science, arts, and mathematics, and only when we get to 1.6 do we formally define a group, because before then we've got a general understanding of it. He then goes through subgroups, normal subgroups, before we get on to, basically we work ourselves up to the kind of homomorphism theorems, the isomorphism theorems, the idea of automorphism, the important idea of groups acting on sets, which as we know, well, as I've learned, is really a powerful concept. The Syloff theorems, which again really help us understand simple groups and work towards the kind of group classification theory. And then we explore Galois theory, which is fantastic because I've always wanted to know more about Galois theory, and I think this gave me a really good insight. I think at this point it's worth saying that Professor Macaulay doesn't prove every single theorem, and in fact, given that he gives an overview of the group classification theorem, you can't prove every single theorem because, I mean, the proof of that is enormous and involves many mathematicians working over many years. And I think he gets the balance right, which is he gives you enough of the big picture and then proves, enough. I mean, my supervisor was a bit unhappy with my PhD because I strenuously proved every single result in the PhD, even the ones that were a little bit obvious. But actually, the examiners liked it. I mean, it's a matter of taste, but I think he gets the balance right in here. And we want to understand some of these big results in group theory, and it is simply impossible to prove them in a video or indeed within any reasonable timeline. So I think it's a really good balance. There's lots of substance to this course. So if you look, there are 43 videos. I just found it, really enjoyed it. It kept me company. I enjoyed working through it from start to finish. While I'm doing the washing up or walking the dog. I think that one good aspect of it is there's always a challenge in mathematics about whether you go very general or very specific. So part of the power of mathematics is to go general. And, but then in some cases, looking at specific examples or really helps us to understand the kind of overall view, the overview. So, and again, I think he does it really nicely. Lots of specific concrete examples that really help us understand, but also plenty of general theorems. I think this course probably deals more with specifics than my course at Cambridge did. And I think it's better for it, frankly. So I would heartily recommend this course. It's an inspiration to me. I hope to do, if I do a group theory course, I'll probably do the category theoretic view of group theory, which is not a million miles from this actually, but we'll see when that happens. But I think seeing group theory through a category theoretic lens would be interesting. But But I think what Professor Macaulay has done here is, see it through a visual lens or a Cayley diagram lens, and that's very insightful, and I'm very grateful to him for doing this. I hope you all enjoy it. If you have any questions about it, or you have any questions about anything, just drop me a line, yeah? Keep well, everybody.